Welcome to another Chin-Wag. This is number 15, and it's hard to believe we're already at this number. I'm thankful for you guys that are watching and weighing in with comments, shooting me emails, and if you have questions, feel free to send them over. I'd be happy to take the time to answer them and even possibly make a whole Chin-Wag out of it. So, yesterday, let's do a continuation here. Yesterday, I talked about how Facebook could sometimes almost be called emo book because of all of the complaints and woe is me attitudes and everything. And, I thought I'd expound on this just a little bit. Some of you said thanks for the pep talk and everything regarding that. And some private messages said, boy, you are just happy all the time, aren't you? Not always the case. Here's my philosophy on it. I think it's okay to go through the down times. And it's good to weigh that out on Facebook, to share that on Facebook. That opening song that we just heard, that's actually from the old TV show Cheers, and it is good to go to places where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came, and well, you heard the song. And it's because people, no matter what social status we're in, no matter what political realm we're in, we have one unifying factor amongst any sort of lifestyle, political party, everything, and that is pain. We've all experienced pain on one level or another. Those of us that would say, I'm not experiencing pain at all, I'm walking in the light of the Lord, brother, you're going to get hurt sometime soon. It's just natural. It's human. So, I guess I need to clarify just a little bit here, because yesterday I said, snap out of it, Google third world country social injustices and see what's really going on. I think these are good things to do in order to put our world back in perspective, because sometimes we do lose a world view of how good we really do have it. Chances are, if you're webcamming, you're on Facebook, you're in your home with Wi-Fi, you're doing pretty good compared to the majority of the world. Let me read this verse to you. In Romans 12, it says this, that bless those who persecute you and bless and do not curse. This is the key here. Rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. See, there's a time for this. There's a time for mourning. For me, I understand it's real near and dear to me, because 2 times within a year and a half, I was severely hurt in ministry. See, I'm on staff at a church in a paid position. And so the first time was in Milwaukee. I got hurt by the board. The pastor left and was still kind of running the board a little bit, and the board kind of took it as their opportunity to make it real hard for me to stay, and so I left. That was a difficult time. It was my livelihood. Imagine you getting booted from your job and losing that pay. And the way it was handled, the firings out in the secular world are probably handled way better than they are in the church. Not that I was fired, but they made it hell to stay. The second one was up here in Wapaka, a year after the church got started. Another not so good thing with the lead pastor, and we ended up having to restart a church with 8 people and a mortgage. You do the math. That's very difficult to do. But luckily, I got out of it. Now, here's the key. It took me almost 5 years to do it. You see, there was no way I wanted to make a lifestyle of this. There was no way I wanted to make a lifestyle of being in a woe is me, church sucks attitude. But at the same time, I had to live in it for a little bit. I think that's a healthy thing. And that's when you surround yourself with people that are near and dear to you that have gone through these things. So what you do is you live in it for a little bit. Have you been hurt? Have you been divorced? Have you experienced your own hurts in life? Have people let you down? It's probably okay to go through that season. What I was getting at yesterday is that we should not live in it. No matter what this time span looks like, we need to snap out of it at some point. For me, 5, maybe 6 years, and I was able to snap out of it again. A few apologies rolled in. Some things happened that were kind of like I told you so moments, and I started feeling better. But I've always maintained, the reason why I'm still in full-time vocational ministry is that I've always maintained that, man, sometimes working with boards, sometimes working with other staff can really suck. I'm not in that place right now, thank goodness. I'm very happy with where I'm at. But these things happen. But I've always maintained that the ministry side, going out to eat with somebody, being an ear to bend, helping somebody meet their mortgage, their utilities, bringing groceries, that always has been awesome. That's true ministry. What are you going through right now? I would suggest staying in it for a little bit. Find some healing, find some venting, find somebody who you can just vent out to. It's such a weak biblical stance to say that venting is gossip. It sometimes can be, but most of the times it's not. It's actually very therapeutic to find a counselor, to find a good friend that is confidential, and just air the laundry. I would encourage you to do that. Go through it, mourn, find people that'll mourn with you, but at the same time, at some point, you got to snap out of it. You got to move on. Hey, I will never put on the facade that when I ask somebody how they're doing, I expect I'm walking in the light of the Lord, brother. Okay, that's good now and then, but really, how are you doing? Those are the genuine responses I want. When I ask somebody how you're doing, I love to hear that things are going good, but I also love to hear when people are comfortable enough with me to say, life blows right now. It actually really stinks right now, and I need help. I love the transparency. You know what? God can handle the transparency as well. He can do the prayers where we just go off. I think those are sometimes the most genuine prayers. Someone said this, and I'll end on that note, that when you don't know how to pray anymore, try talking to God. Works for me. Hey, shoot your comments over to me. info@thatsnotmygod.com. Post your comments right here, and I'll be happy to address them in upcoming Chin-Wags. Talk to you soon. Bye.